Hi all, it's Ali here, and I'm doing a video about my new running machine. I've got it installed. As you can see our lounge and dining room sort of thing. I've put the table here. What a difficult thing to arrange. It's not the most glamorous looking piece of equipment, but it's going to do me. I know it's not really Home and Gardens, is it? I mean, you know those magazines that you see and everybody looks gorgeous, or they look perfect. Their front rooms look beautiful, but they don't live in them. This is the problem. They don't have 5 people in a household, and they don't actually live in them. So this is me living. This is the new normal in our house. I do about 30 minutes a day. I've only had it for a couple of days, so we won't get too carried away. I haven't bought it for weight loss, but I have bought it because I do feel, especially at this time where we can't go out as much, that I need to work off some energy, and it lifts a bit of my depression, shall we say. So, not that I'm very depressed, because, I'm just sad, really. I'm just sad. Now, I do have a pair of shorts, my running shorts, as I call. I've only just got these, and they're fine, okay. But, I'm going to be running in front of you guys, so I can definitely tell you I'm not wearing shorts. Not that I think you'd see my legs anyway, but that's not the point. But you need that, really. A pair of leggings, possibly, and a good pair, a good t-shirt and a good brassiere, okay? If you're a lady, of course. If you're a man, you might need a bra, I suppose. There's my husband's got moobs, so why not? But you need something like this type of thing that's going to give you a good lot of support, ladies. It's nothing's more painful than running with the bloody thing swinging round, giving you a black eye. So I'm going to just talk, and I'm just going to jog a bit. On the front of this, it tells me here, I don't know whether we can see this or not. Yeah, you probably can. It's got I don't know what that is. I think that's the speed and that's the gradient, I think. I'm not sure. That's the time and that's the calories. Oh, sorry. And that's the one that bothers me, because after half an hour or 35 minutes even, I'd only burn, I don't know, it was about 75 calories. And I thought, shit, that's only an apple and a half, maybe a banana at a push. Anyway, I'm going to put you here. So, yeah, the only bit you can see is here. So, I'm sorry, it's not the most attractive feature, but never mind. You've got my face and that's it. You just got to put up with it while I'm babbling. This is the safety clip. You put it on here, and then you clip this onto your piece of clothing. And what happens? It's a safety device. If you suddenly fall off... then that's what they do. Right, this is telling me it's getting ready to rumble. So I'm taking a few little steps like that, and you can put it on to 2 miles an hour. Yesterday I was doing about 4.6 miles an hour for, I don't know, 30 minutes. 30 minutes is plenty. 20 minutes is actually plenty. I'm telling you now, you'll probably see me getting hotter and hotter and more sweaty and more unattractive as we go along. But there you are. It is what it is. Right, I'm going to 4 miles an hour because I know I should do a bit more of a warm-up. But do you know what? I've just been out walking. I've been out. I had to go to the post office this morning. No, it's this afternoon. Do you know what? Even the time of day, let alone what day it is getting me mixed up. Yeah, had to go to the post office. And one thing's for sure, they do say if you can't talk, you're going too fast. You should be able to hold some sort of a conversation while you're on a treadmill. Now, if you're a runner, I can understand that. But for someone like me, who's doing it just to keep my joints moving and getting a little, exercise in, do a bit of this right here. Look at that. bit of arm movement, get those bingo wings, won't go anywhere. They are there and that's it. But look, you see, you can do a bit of this while you're going. You could do a bit of free arming if you want. Arms by your sides. You can't really see that very well, and just try and relax your shoulders. But yeah, they do say that if you can't talk and if you can't think, then you've definitely got problems. You're going too fast. So yeah, I went up to the post office, and as usual, it was like, you can't go in, you can only go in one at a time. I got in the post office and I thought, hell, where's my Visa card? Where's my Visa card? You know when you've put it in another pocket because you were going to try and get some cash out another day and you've just forgotten to switch it over. Oh God, that's exactly what I'd done. I was able to pay for the parcel that I was trying to post. And I was posting a parcel actually to someone who's had a baby. So that was lovely, and that baby was delivered 2 days ago, and then somebody else we know, this is the next generation coming through, guys, had a baby this morning, and that was just lovely. Both of them have been boys, and I had gifts ready because, you know, well, you get 9 months to prepare, don't you really? So yeah, it's, oh God. So anyway, I wanted to get to the post office. Well, now I had to go down and get my prescriptions. I had to pick up 18 different prescriptions, and I had them all bagged up ready for me. And that's my sort of month's collection. I don't need 18 lots every time I go, but certainly I'd let a lot of them really run down. So I thought I'd better do a, you know, get everything, including my paracetamol and, you know, other such things. So I went down there, and we've been waiting the 2 meters apart, and when I came out, I did step onto the road and I did give some space, but I suppose it probably wasn't the 2 meters. And as I passed this guy, he said, 2 meters! And I thought, oh shit. But I didn't turn around or even react, because at the time, I was thinking so hard about other things, which, believe it or not, is too much for my brain to tackle, to answer somebody and think, you know, when you're deep in thought. So I'm apologising now. He won't know who I am, and he'll never see this, but I'm going to apologise because it makes me feel a bit better. If I upset him in any way, I certainly wouldn't have meant to infringe his air space, and I know that having watched all this, I was actually wearing a mask, so maybe he thought I was infected, because nobody around that I can see is wearing a mask. You see the odd few, and I know they're the sort of key workers, as it were, but I don't know. There are a lot of people that aren't wearing masks. Does that matter? They're saying it doesn't give any protection, but they're saying that it might protect other people from you. Well, if that's the case, like my friend said, if air can get in, or if air can't get out, then it can't come in. So if droplets from your mouth can't get out wearing a mask, and you're protecting other people, surely it must give you some protection. Common sense tells me it does. Hey, what the fuck, what would I know? Excuse my language. Oh, I do tend to swear, I've noticed that. I'm now, apparently, I don't know what 0.3 is, maybe that's, what does that mean? I'm sure that means gradient. No, that's gradient. Or is that the, oh God. No, that's the speed. 0.3. Oh, I'm not so sure now. I had it in my head yesterday, exactly what all these were. And I've got the booklet in front of me, but I can't get off this, otherwise my heart might stop suddenly with the sort of, you know, with the surprise of it all. Oh dear, this is such a strange thing to get, but I tell you what, at the end of the day, I couldn't do it at the beginning of the day, because when I get out of bed, my joints are so stiff and so painful, particularly my neck and back, that there's no way I'm getting on a walking machine. It's all I can do, get myself out of bed. But by the afternoon, once I've walked the dog in the morning, this is pretty good. It's not bad at all. Now you can hear I'm getting puffed now. I've done 6.3 minutes, 6.4 minutes. Got my drink beside me. Oh, God. I need that. It's quite warm today. Well, it is in the sunshine. It's fully sunny today with 13 degrees. So it's rather good. There's something I'd like to address that I saw on YouTube this morning. Was it this morning? I can't remember, yes. And I was a bit, in fact, I think it might have been yesterday. There were some YouTubers that were reading out a comment or some comments that someone had made, and they had been misspelt and the English was horrendous on it. Now, they were saying it's not right to pick on somebody's looks, and they're quite right. It isn't. It's just rude to comment on someone's looks. If you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. That was my motto that I was brought up with. That's what I stick by, or I try to. Having said that, I am going to say something about this. They were commenting and thought it might be quite funny to do a sort of correction because they don't like this YouTuber. Now I understand that yes, it might give some people great amusement, but for me, who suffers dyslexia, as do all our family, we've all got it somewhere along the way, and also English took me a long time. I was 14 before I learnt to read. So for me, when they started to talk about it, it was interesting. It brought up a load of really uncomfortable feelings from the time that when I was at school. And I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. I wrote in my human biology, constipation stops the baby coming out. Now we know that it would do, but what I actually meant to write was contraception prevents you having babies. Now that's not what I wrote at 15, and I remember her reading that out in a classroom, and I could feel the tears pricking in my eyes, and I remember thinking, oh, just fucking get off my case. And I wanted to run out the room, and I had, when people had asked me to read out loud, I would run out the room at school. I did that in history, you know. So the humiliation of someone picking up, especially when she knew what I meant. She didn't have to pull me. She could have said, look, Hallie, this is what this actually says. This is what you mean. I know that. She didn't have to show that to all the class. I think she thought I'd be up for the joke. But of course, in those days, dyslexia had only just been heard about. And I guess she just thought, well, I was quite a good sport, which I am for most things. So while YouTubers say it's wrong to poke fun out of people that have got, you know, for their looks or whatever else, I would actually say that it is wrong to pick people up on spelling mistakes. For starters, if you use chat to text, which I've never used, but I know it comes out like a bunch of bollocks quite often. You say something and it comes out all rubbish. So really, it could be that. Secondly, if someone's text and their English is so appalling, I've had it before. My English isn't too bad now, but I've seen it where people haven't put commas or full stops in. It actually reads differently, and I've done it myself. The one thing I wouldn't do if somebody bothered to contact me for any reason is bloody well correct their English. It is really poor form, as I would say in English, poor form. It doesn't it may be funny to do it in a different context, not using a person as an example, and just doing something regarding how to, you know, correct English or how English has changed. That would be totally different. But to do it off the back of a YouTuber you don't like and say, well, I've never, you know, shamed her because of her looks. I'd never do that. But to say it's okay to do it because, you know, because of her English, I think is rude and poor form. What I really want to say is, don't fucking do it. It's wrong. And for me, it brought up very uncomfortable feelings. These YouTubers are not particular of relevance, but it's just something I wanted to bring up. I don't suppose either of them watch my channel. Why should they? I'm only a little channel, but I have watched them. And the more I've watched them, the less keen I've become, which is sad because they used to be quite an enjoyable channel. And when they were funny, they were very funny. But I'm afraid that I'm just not very happy. So the point I'm trying to make is that that is not good form. And considering one of them is supposed to be quite posh, one would think one would know better, wouldn't one? So just having that little rant there while I'm on here. Now, I've been chatting away from you. Can you see these beads of sweat? Look, look. See? That's exercise. Can you see? Pam, if you're watching this, look. This is exercise. This is Pam and Rick from Shoot the Shit. If you can see this. Yes, I'm panting, but I'm actually able to still converse with you. And my brain is operational as much as it ever is. So I'm just going to speed up for a minute. I won't talk for a second. And come back to you in a second. Oh, bugger, I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Come on, you silly girl. Come on. See, I'm not used to it yet, can you tell? Okay, we're up at 4, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5, 4-6, 4-7, yay! 14 minutes, 0.1, okay. Now we really go. Let's go a bit more, actually. 5 miles an hour. I've burnt 31 calories. So we're nearly up to the stage of an apple, if anybody's interested. 3 ice pops. What else do we get for 30 calories nowadays? Not much, is it? Actually, I can breathe better at this speed. It's interesting. And you get into a rhythm. It's a bit, I won't say it's like having sex quite, but there's definitely, I can't really relate this to having sex, but there's definitely a good rhythm about it, you know? And you can go harder and faster. So I suppose you could compare it to sex. Yes, you could. So, yeah. And certainly you get sweaty. Are there any other likenesses? Yeah, it's actually better. Because you don't have to clean up afterwards except have the shower. God, sorry, that's just too much information. Anyway, that was poor form, wasn't it? I just thought I'd say that's a bit of a laugh. So, actually, I must admit, this bra that I'm wearing is super good. It really is. I prefer to wear something that just, well, I prefer to wear no bra and just be in pyjamas. That's the reality, but have to do things. Now, this is a problem if you wear glasses. I've got wet on them. Now I've taken them off to wipe them, you're all blurry. Oh God. And I'm getting really hot now. Oh, am I getting hot? I don't know, tomorrow's going to be 17 degrees, so I think I'm going to have to put the fan somewhere round by my backside there in the room while I do the alley shuffle, as I'm going to call it. Oh, do you know, you'd think it would be boring, but one thing's for sure, when I'm on my own, not chatting away, I really do need to get hold of you can get running music, but I don't run. So what I really need is some beat music. I mean, Vinny often has the right sort of stuff, but you know, he spends too long in between. I need some of his big bass stuff. So I'm trying to think what else I could record. See, I quite like country music, and country rock can be quite good, but at the moment I'm looking on iTunes and I can't really find anything that is floating my boat. I've got lots of music. Just trying to think. Oh, what did I... Grenade by somebody. Does that make sense to anybody? That was a tune that I saw it said Grenade. I think it was Grenade. Anyway, I don't know who sung it, but that seemed to be a good beat. And there was another one by that Adam bloke who's quite new, who did the, you know, he did the Freddie Mercury lookalike. Him, Lambert, Adam Lambert. Anyway, I think that's what it's called. He's got a couple that are quite good, right sort of rhythm to keep going, you know, and enjoy the beat. So that's what I really need to do, is download some music. I'm going to carry on here now. I've got another 12 minutes to do, and I'm really enjoying chatting to you here actually. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I could do with paddles actually. I should have those on the wall just in case, shouldn't I? Maybe, you know, maybe the NHS could be on standby outside. You know, maybe I shouldn't be doing this at my age, I don't know. But I wouldn't run because of my back. It is literally a fast-paced walk. And fast-paced to me is 5 miles an hour. Oh, I burnt my apple, it's 43 calories. I think it's 40 calories for a small apple. Hallelujah. Do you know, I will tell you something. Yesterday, I've been so good for 9 days straight. Not a pound off. Not 1 pound. So I thought, oh, bollocks to this. So I go into the fridge, and my darling son, Theo, my oldest son, had bought me the most gorgeous gluten-free ginger cookies. I love ginger cookies, but these were particularly good. They said 98 calories a cookie. I ate 6 yesterday. Did I say 6? I did say 6, I'm being honest. Then I went on and had half a packet of, oh God, some sort of lentil things. This was a binge, you see, after 9 days of denial. Oh yes, and then the coconut things, the Crimbles. Oh God, I mean, I ate about 2 or 3 of those. So, oh, and half a bar of chocolate, the 1 pound bars. So let's be clear, I hadn't lost anything in denial over the last 9 days. I had a hissy fit. I was pissed off, but I don't care whether I lose weight or not. This is a separate thing. I do care, of course I care. I would be living in denial, but I don't feel too badly. I think this lifts my spirits. It's releasing my, are they called endorphins? Is that what they're called? They remind me of, I imagine them releasing dolphins when they talk about releasing endorphins, because I think that's what they're called. It's the same thing you get from chocolate, apparently. It's the happy thing. Well, does getting yourself sweaty make you happy? No. But the feeling afterward does make me feel very happy and not so bobbing. My tics aren't as extreme, so that's really good. So in a lot of ways, this guy is tickety-boo. It was with one of the cheapest models, and your guy's going to say, what's cheapest? Well, cheapest is 281, I think it was, and that was the cheapest sort of electric one. You can get some that aren't electric, but I've tried those. Oh my God, never again. And you can get, oh, and I got an extra 50 quid off because when it came, it had all sorts of bangs and cracks on the plastic. Ruddy delivery men, but fair play to them, they got straight back to me. And it was called, what's it called, Buy Online. And they were very good as far as getting back to me when I said, I mean, they would have happily sent me out another model, but, oh well, God, I sent them pictures of the cracks. And I thought, oh, knickers, do you know what? I'm getting my fat arse on here to move just a little bit. Does it really matter? Right, I'm now at 25, am I at 25 minutes? 22 minutes. And I'm just slowing it a bit because I can tell that I can't talk to you as well. So yeah, I did get 50 quid off. But if anyone's got to the end of this video, thank you so much for listening. Hope you've enjoyed it. And well, I'll see you with my endorphins flying. Bye.